Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome back to Insights. And welcome, Connie. Thank you so much for joining us for today.
Thank you for having me, David.
Yeah. It's truly our pleasure. Now, I would like to ask you about our career article.
Sure.
You're a very inquisitive person. I think that you ask good questions, and you are good at kind of having good conversations with people by asking the right questions. So I want to ask you about our article. It's all about asking good questions, right? Now, in day one of our article, we talk about people who give advice and its connection to emotional intelligence.
Okay.
What do you consider when you are seeking advice from someone?
Like as far as who I would choose to get advice from?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess I would choose people with, I would say, know me well, or I just feel like are very trustworthy, very stable, and I can see maybe their relationship with God or how they treat their family. And so I know any advice wouldn't be too off the mark, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Those are really good considerations. Before you ask someone for advice, you want to see whether or not they are living their own lives in a wise way, right?
Right, yeah.
Excellent.
Very true.
That's a very, very good point. Now, the opening sentence of our article is, the key to giving better advice is to ask lots of questions. Have you found that to be true?
That's very interesting because last month in the SC magazine, we talked about how not to give people advice. And basically it was like, if you want to give people advice, instead of like telling them what to do, you should give them a structure to kind of figure it out themselves. So it's kind of that same idea of like just ask questions and help them get to their own conclusion. So I forgot the question.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree to it for most circumstances.
Okay.
Maybe like 90%.
Okay, yeah.
90+% of the time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I would too. I think it's a really good policy to have, frankly. And kind of in regards to asking questions, not all questions are good questions, right? On day 2 of the article, we talk about some problematic questions that people might ask job candidates. So of those different questions, we had things like, why should we hire you? Describe a time when you failed. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Which one of those questions, of those are the ones that you read in the article, do you find to be most problematic?
Oh man, I've always thought the interview questions were very aggressive. Like I never the first one you opened up with like, why should we hire you? I was just like, ooh, I don't. That's so intimidating. Like for someone who you don't know that much about the company and you really don't know who you're talking to, and so to even open like that, it's very, I don't know, it's just always aggressive, I think. Yeah. So I think most of the questions are pretty problematic. A, they're very predictable, so people are already prepared with answers. And B, like, I don't know, it just feels very staged and not organic.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your thoughts on that. I very much agree. And thank you guys for joining us for today's Insights. Thank you for being on the show, Connie. And we will see you guys next time.